Good morning slash afternoon slash evening, everyone. Today I want to share with you a powerful secret, a way of living that can transform your life from the inside out. It's about acting as if you have everything you desire right now. You see, the reality we experience is not fixed, it's fluid, shaped by something far more powerful than our circumstances, our imagination, our beliefs, and our feelings. Imagine for a moment, what if the thing you want, whether it's success, love, peace, or abundance, is already yours? What if you could live today as though that desire has been fulfilled? This is not wishful thinking or denial of reality. It's a conscious choice to live from the end, to step into the feeling of already having what you want before the physical evidence appears. How? Because everything starts up here. Why is this so important? Because your imagination is the workshop of creation. What you vividly imagine and deeply feel becomes your blueprint for reality. The mind doesn't distinguish between real and vividly imagined experience. It accepts as true what you live as true inside. So how do you do this? First, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Don't just think about your desires, feel them. Feel the gratitude, the joy, the satisfaction that comes with having your dreams already realized. Let these feelings permeate your thoughts, your actions, your very being. Second, detach yourself from your current circumstances. Your present situation is not your destiny. It is merely a temporary stage. When you identify yourself with lack or limitation, you keep those conditions in place. But when you choose to identify with a state of fulfillment, your world must rearrange itself to match. Third, practice mental rehearsal. Spend time daily imagining scenes where your desires are real. See yourself living your dream life. Hear the sounds, feel the textures, taste the success. Let these rehearsals condition your subconscious mind to believe and expect your desired outcome. Fourth, cultivate unwavering faith in the unseen. Trust in the invisible reality more than the visible. The things you desire begin as invisible thoughts and feelings. By living in faith of their reality, you set powerful forces into motion. Fifth, be consistent and persistent. The world outside may not change immediately, but your inner world is where the real creation begins. Hold your assumption firmly, regardless of what appears. Practice deep gratitude. Be thankful not only for what you have now, but for what you are becoming and what is already yours in the unseen realm. Gratitude opens the heart and magnetizes your dreams toward you. In closing, I urge you, start today to act as if you have everything, not in arrogance, but in deep knowing and confident faith. This simple, profound shift in your inner state is the key that unlocks infinite possibilities. Remember, your imagination and feelings create your reality. So imagine boldly, feel deeply, and live as if your greatest desires are already true. Often underestimated, yet it is the very foundation upon which all reality is built. Every invention, every creation, every achievement in human history began as a seed in someone's mind, a vivid picture, a mental image that first existed only in thought. When you imagine something clearly and with feeling, you are not merely daydreaming, you are shaping the blueprint for your future reality. Your mind cannot tell the difference between what is vividly imagined and what is physically real. This means that when you deliberately focus your imagination on the life you desire, complete with all its details and emotions, you are planting the seeds for that life to manifest. Imagination is not confined to mere pictures or fantasies. It is a powerful creative force that engages your subconscious mind, which in turn influences your actions, beliefs, and ultimately your external circumstances. When you habitually imagine success, happiness, or abundance as already yours, you begin to live and behave in ways that align with those states. This alignment acts as a magnet, drawing the circumstances and opportunities that correspond to the reality you have envisioned. Imagination works most effectively when it is combined with feeling. The emotional intensity you bring to your mental images gives them energy and vitality. Feeling as though your desires are already fulfilled floods your subconscious with certainty, transforming your inner world and setting in motion the events necessary for physical manifestation. In essence, imagination, fueled by feeling, becomes a dynamic force, capable of bending reality to your will. Recognizing and harnessing this power means understanding that your current reality is a reflection of your inner beliefs and images. If you find yourself dissatisfied with what you see around you, it's a sign to take control of your imagination and redirect it consciously toward the outcomes you want. Your mind is not a passive recorder of events, but an active creator. When you grasp this truth, you realize that by mastering your imagination, you hold the key to transforming your life completely, fully embodying the state of having already achieved your desires, rather than waiting for external circumstances to confirm them. It is a shift from focusing on the process or the how of getting what you want to embracing the feeling and reality of the fulfilled wish right now. When you live in the end, you don't act from a place of lack or hoping for the future. Instead, you operate from a place of completeness and satisfaction, as if the goal has already been reached. This concept challenges the natural tendency to measure success or happiness by current conditions or external proof. Instead, it asks you to invert your perspective and see yourself as a person who has already won, who already possesses the qualities, resources, and circumstances you desire. By doing this, you align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with that state of fulfillment. Your behavior becomes a natural expression of your new reality, which sends powerful signals to your subconscious mind and the universe, attracting the people, opportunities, and experiences that match this new identity. Living in the end is not about pretending or wishful thinking. It is a deliberate practice of immersion into the feelings and mindset of the achieved goal. When you repeatedly place yourself mentally and emotionally in that completed state, you create a sense of certainty and inevitability. This certainty is crucial because your subconscious mind responds most strongly to what it accepts as true. It begins to organize your inner beliefs, perceptions, and even your external circumstances to align with this assumed reality. Living in the end helps you bypass the frustration and impatience that often accompany waiting for change. Instead of being trapped by your current situation, you become a living embodiment of your desires, which can transform how you move through the world. Your confidence grows, your actions become more inspired, and the path to your goal unfolds more naturally. In essence, living in the end means stepping into the shoes of your future self right now. It's about adopting the thoughts, feelings, and attitudes of that version of you who has already realized the dream and allowing that identity to guide your present moment. This alignment is the magnetic force that draws your desires into reality with grace and ease. A profound trust in the unseen forces and realities that shape our lives, even when there is no immediate physical evidence to support them. It means believing wholeheartedly in what has not yet manifested, holding steady in the conviction that what you desire is already present in a realm beyond the senses. This kind of faith requires a shift away from relying solely on what can be touched, seen, or measured, and instead placing confidence in the deeper currents of possibility and potential that operate quietly beneath the surface of everyday life. This faith is not blind hope or wishful thinking. It is a deep knowing, an inner certainty that the invisible foundation upon which all things are built is real and active. When you trust the invisible, you acknowledge that the physical world is only a reflection of a greater, unseen reality. You recognize that before any change can occur outwardly, it must first be established within the mind and heart. Your unseen beliefs, feelings, and mental images are the true architects of your future. So maintaining faith in the invisible means you don't allow temporary setbacks, delays, or contradictions in the physical world to shake your confidence. Instead, you stay anchored in the truth of what you have imagined and felt as real. This unwavering trust creates a powerful vibration that harmonizes with your desires, attracting the necessary conditions and circumstances for their fulfillment. Faith in the invisible encourages patience and perseverance. It reminds you that the process of manifestation is often hidden from view and works according to its own timeline. By staying faithful, you avoid becoming discouraged or distracted by appearances that seem contrary to your goals. Faith in the invisible transforms you into a creator who acts from a place of certainty rather than doubt. It empowers you to move through life with calm assurance, knowing that what you cannot yet see is already on its way, born from the power of your belief and imagination. This faith becomes the bridge between your inner world and the outer reality you seek to create. The process of tuning your feelings to match the reality you wish to create, rather than reacting to the current external circumstances. It means consciously choosing emotions that reflect the experience of having already achieved your desires, even if the physical evidence has yet to appear. When your emotions are aligned with your goals, they act as a powerful signal to your subconscious mind, reinforcing the belief that your desires are true and inevitable. Our emotions are the language of the subconscious. They carry energy and information that shape the patterns of our thoughts and the outcomes we attract. If you feel doubt, fear, or frustration, you send a message that the desired reality is far away or unattainable. But when you cultivate feelings of joy, gratitude, confidence, and satisfaction, you are effectively telling your inner self that what you want is already yours. This emotional consistency helps dissolve internal resistance, making it easier for the external world to reflect your intentions. Achieving emotional alignment requires awareness and deliberate practice. It involves catching yourself in moments of negativity or uncertainty and gently shifting your feelings toward those that embody your fulfilled state. This might mean recalling memories or imagining scenarios that evoke the emotions you want to experience. Over time, these feelings become more natural and automatic, creating a stable emotional foundation that supports manifestation. Importantly, emotional alignment is not about ignoring genuine feelings or pretending everything is perfect when it isn't. Rather, it's about directing your emotional energy toward constructive and empowering states that fuel your creative power. This approach builds resilience, keeping you centered and motivated, even when external conditions seem challenging. When you consistently align your emotions with your desires, you harmonize your entire being with the reality you wish to manifest. This harmony accelerates the process, making your dreams not just possible, but inevitable. Your feelings become a magnetic force, attracting experiences that correspond to the vibrational frequency of your fulfilled desires. The deliberate practice of vividly imagining and experiencing your desired outcomes in your mind before they physically manifest. It's more than simply thinking about what you want. It involves immersing yourself fully in the scene, engaging all your senses to create a lifelike experience that feels real. This practice trains your subconscious mind to accept your goals as already accomplished, making it easier for your external reality to align with that vision. When you mentally rehearse, you create a clear and detailed picture of your success or fulfillment. You see yourself in specific situations, hear the sounds around you, feel the emotions bubbling up, and even notice the small details that bring the scene to life. The more sensory rich and believable the mental rehearsal, the stronger its impact on your subconscious programming. This consistent repetition helps replace old limiting beliefs with new ones that support your vision. Mental rehearsal works because the subconscious mind cannot distinguish between a real memory and a vividly imagined one. When you replay your success story regularly, your subconscious accepts it as fact and begins to influence your thoughts, behaviors, and decisions accordingly. This internal conditioning propels you naturally toward actions and choices that reflect your desired reality, often without conscious effort. Beyond influencing your subconscious, mental rehearsal also prepares you emotionally and mentally to handle the new circumstances that your manifestations will bring. It builds confidence, reduces fear and doubt, and helps you maintain focus and clarity. When faced with challenges or obstacles, having rehearsed your success internally keeps you grounded and motivated, reminding you that your goal is achievable and within reach. And in essence, mental rehearsal is a powerful tool to bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. By regularly practicing this inner visualization, you prime your entire being, mind, body, and spirit to live as though your dreams have already come true, setting the stage for those dreams to become your tangible reality. To deeply embody the emotions and mental state of already having what you desire, as if your goal has been completely realized in the present moment. This practice goes beyond merely thinking about your dreams. It requires you to fully experience the satisfaction, joy, peace, or excitement that naturally arises when a wish comes true. By immersing yourself in these feelings, you impress your subconscious mind with a powerful message that your desire is not something in the distant future, but a current reality. When you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you align your inner world with your outer aspirations. This alignment creates a magnetic force that draws circumstances, people, and opportunities into your life that correspond to your new state of being. The subconscious mind thrives on emotion. It responds not to intellectual reasoning, but to the intensity of feeling. Therefore, when you consistently embody the emotions connected to your fulfilled desire, you reprogram your mental and emotional patterns to support its manifestation. Make calculated, and trust me, I've done this. Every atom does the piece with the same. This process often involves recalling moments when you felt similar emotions or imagining scenarios that evoke the desired feeling vividly. It might be the warmth of love, the pride of accomplishment, or the relief of financial security. By repeatedly experiencing these emotions internally, you build a foundation of belief and expectation that your wish is already complete. Assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled also helps overcome doubt and impatience. When your heart and mind are settled in the reality of your fulfilled desire, external delays or obstacles lose their power to shake your confidence. You become steady and unwavering because your reality is anchored in feeling, not in shifting appearances. Ultimately, this practice transforms you from a passive dreamer into an active creator of your experience. By living emotionally in the end result, you set into motion the invisible forces that bring your desire into the physical realm, making what once seemed distant and unattainable a natural part of your present life, freeing yourself from the limitations and judgments imposed by your present reality. It involves recognizing that the situation you see around you, whether it feels challenging, lacking, or stagnant, does not define who you are or what your future holds. Instead of identifying with your current conditions, you step back and refuse to allow them to shape your beliefs, emotions, or expectations. This detachment is not about ignoring reality or pretending problems don't exist. Rather, it's a conscious choice to separate your sense of self and your vision from temporary external appearances. When you cling tightly to current circumstances, you reinforce the patterns that keep you stuck. Your mind tends to interpret reality based on what you already see, and this can create a cycle of limitation where you feel powerless to change. By detaching, you break that cycle. You create space to imagine, believe, and feel what you want, without being weighed down by what currently is. This shift opens the door for transformation because your inner world no longer mirrors dissatisfaction or scarcity, but possibility and abundance. Attachment allows you to maintain faith in your desires, even when the outer world seems contradictory. You learn to trust the unseen process of creation rather than the immediate evidence before your eyes. This trust gives you emotional freedom. You no longer feel trapped by setbacks or delays, but remain centered in the conviction that your vision is already unfolding behind the scenes. Detaching from current circumstances encourages you to take inspired action from a place of clarity and confidence rather than desperation or fear. When you aren't emotionally entangled with your present situation, your decisions become wiser, more aligned with your goals, and more effective in moving you forward. Attachment is a powerful practice that strengthens your ability to live in the end and sustain the feeling of fulfillment. It frees you to become the creator of your reality, not a passive observer limited by the conditions around you. By letting go of attachment to what is, you open yourself to receive all that can be. Essential qualities in the process of bringing your desires into reality. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, and the external world often takes time to reflect the changes occurring within you. By remaining consistent in your thoughts, feelings, and actions aligned with your vision, you reinforce your belief and keep your subconscious mind focused on the desired outcome. Each moment you return to the feeling of fulfillment, you strengthen the mental and emotional patterns necessary to manifest your goals. Persistence is about continuing steadfastly even when the results seem delayed or when doubt and discouragement arise. It's natural to encounter obstacles, setbacks, or contrary appearances, but giving up at these moments means relinquishing the power you've built inside. Instead, persistence asks you to hold firm, to keep living and acting as if your wish has already been fulfilled, regardless of what your senses report. This unwavering commitment sends a clear message to your subconscious that your intention is not fleeting, but deeply rooted and non-negotiable. Together, consistency and persistence build momentum. Like a steady drumbeat, they create a rhythm that harmonizes your inner world with the outer reality you desire. This rhythm influences your behavior, decisions, and energy, attracting opportunities and people that support your vision. Over time, the persistent repetition of the assumption that your wish is done overcomes old habits and conditioned beliefs that no longer serve you. Moreover, this endurance fosters patience and trust. You learn to move beyond frustration and impatience, understanding that manifestation unfolds according to its own divine timing. With persistence, you cultivate resilience and confidence, knowing that every step, no matter how small, is a vital part of the creative process. In essence, consistency and persistence are the pillars that uphold your faith and imagination. Without them, the seeds of your desires may falter. With them, your vision grows strong and inevitable, blossoming into the reality you have long envisioned. Plays a crucial role in shaping your reality because it reflects and influences your deepest beliefs and emotions. The conversations you have with yourself, the thoughts you repeat, the stories you tell, and the judgments you pass act as a constant feedback loop that either supports or undermines your vision. When your inner dialogue is positive, confident, and aligned with your desires, it reinforces the feelings and beliefs necessary for manifestation. Conversely, if your self-talk is filled with doubt, fear, or negativity, it creates resistance and blocks the flow of creative energy toward your goal. Your mind is always listening, and the subconscious mind in particular accepts whatever it hears as truth. This means that even subtle, unconscious negative thoughts can sabotage your efforts without your awareness. That's why it's essential to become aware of your inner conversations and consciously steer them toward affirming and empowering messages. Replacing limiting beliefs with affirmations that reflect your fulfilled desires helps reprogram your mental habits and aligns your entire being with what you want to create. Inner dialogue is also the emotional thermostat of your mind. The tone and content of your self-talk directly affect how you feel. Positive inner dialogue generates feelings of hope, excitement, and certainty, while negative dialogue fuels anxiety, frustration, and doubt. Because emotions are such powerful attractors, managing your inner dialogue becomes a vital tool in maintaining the emotional alignment necessary for manifestation. Developing mastery over your inner dialogue requires mindfulness and practice. Catch yourself when you slip into negative or disempowering thoughts and gently redirect your focus to statements that support your vision. Over time, this conscious effort transforms your mental landscape, making it easier to sustain the assumption of having what you desire. The quality of your inner dialogue determines the quality of your life experience. By cultivating a supportive, encouraging, and hopeful inner voice, you lay the groundwork for your external reality to mirror the abundance, success, and happiness you imagine. Your words and thoughts have creative power, so choose them wisely and speak to yourself as the fulfilled, confident person you are becoming. The process of manifestation, because it shifts your focus from lack to abundance and aligns your energy with what you desire. When you cultivate genuine gratitude, you send a clear message to your subconscious mind and the universe that you appreciate what you have and are open to receiving more. This appreciation creates a positive vibration that attracts similar energy, drawing opportunities, people, and experiences that correspond with your thankful state. Gratitude is not just about acknowledging the big things. It's about recognizing the small blessings and moments of joy that already exist in your life. This practice opens your heart and expands your awareness, allowing you to see abundance even in seemingly ordinary circumstances. By consistently feeling thankful, you train your mind to focus on possibilities rather than limitations, which naturally draws more reasons to be grateful. Gratitude cultivates a sense of fulfillment and contentment that transcends external conditions. When you feel grateful as if your desires are already met, you reinforce the assumption of fulfillment within yourself. This emotional alignment strengthens your faith and keeps you grounded in the reality of having, which accelerates the manifestation process. Gratitude also helps dissolve resistance caused by doubt, fear, or impatience. When you are thankful, you release the need to control or force outcomes, allowing the creative process to unfold with greater ease and grace. This surrender, combined with appreciation, invites flow and harmony into your experience. In essence, gratitude amplifies your creative power by transforming your mindset and emotions. It acts as a magnetic force that pulls your desires closer to you, not only because you want them, but because you already acknowledge and cherish the good that surrounds you. By making gratitude a daily practice, you open the door for continuous blessings and the effortless realization of your dreams. As we bring this message to a close, remember this. The key to transforming your life lies not in external circumstances, but in the way you choose to see and feel your reality from within. When you harness the power of your imagination, live fully in the end, trust the unseen, and align your emotions with your deepest desires, you become the master of your own destiny. Consistency, faith, and gratitude fuel this journey, turning dreams into living, breathing experience. So rise each day with the unwavering conviction that you already have everything you seek. Act, feel, and think as if your desires are not somewhere in the future, but here, now. Because in the invisible realm of your mind and heart, they already are. This is your power. This is your truth. Embrace it and watch the world reshape itself to match the greatness you hold inside.